ambience, which contributes in a statement or a word, 55% is non-verbal communication. So non-verbal communication is one of the major key in your communication. So while we speak, suppose you speak a very nice language, but very aggressively. Do you think customer will get the right message in right spirit? Or your internal peers will get the right message in right spirit? Will they?
No, not really.
Isn't it? So if my body language is very soothing, and if I am communicating with a customer, a very tough message I'm giving, sir, boss, sir, you can understand that if you can see me,
Yes, I can see it.
all of you can see me.
Yes, sir. We can see you.
Great.
Yes, yes,
So
we can see you.
Yes, yes, yes.
thank you, thank you, thank you. So if we have to give a very hard, difficult message, suppose I need certain payments to be collected from customer. If I go and say, sir,
Soft and
the
sober.
payments are pending for long. You are paying me for last 6 months. I am struggling. Why should I make my boys payments? How should I contribute? How should I communicate? How should I continue in the work? This is the one of communication. Customer will be happy? Number one. In number two cases, I go there. I said, sir, how are you? I said, I'm fine. But sir, I'm not fine. No, why? What happened? No, sir, I'm not getting funds to pay to my employees, payment to my vendors. In that, my work is getting hampered. If you can release my payment by today itself or date after tomorrow or a definite period, it will be a great help. You are communicating the same message, the collection of payments in two different ways. But what do you think? What will be more impactful? Number one or number two?
So definitely number two.
Because he is our customer. So with customer, we cannot contest. We can only request, right? Be it internal, be it external, we can only request. We cannot contest. So there's a one point of one we need to remember when we communicate. We cannot have a tone that we are contesting with you. We are working with you in a collaborative mode, so we are need your cooperation. Now what types of, there are 4 types of business communication, right? Everyone can unmute your mic now. We'll have a interaction session. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
So what is internal upward communication? What do you think? What kind of? Internal upward communication.
See, any communication, whether it is internal or external, if it is internal.
No, I asked very specific question. What is internal upward communication?
Something we are communicating to our seniors.
Great. Give us an example, Sashwata. Yeah, give us an example. What is internal upward communication means?
Communication with our reporting officers.
Right. Communication to your customers means which is going upward, right? The easiest example is that you submit daily progress report, right? That is an upward. You submit a performance report. That is internal upward. So there might be instances or there might be things written on that. This is what is internal upward communication. What is internal downward communication here?
Talking with the laborers, workers, our staffs.
Okay. Your staff is not downward. You're talking about laborers, workmen. Is it so?
Yeah.
Only that? Any more volunteers? Santosh? What is internal downward communication? Sir, can anyone volunteer why we are attending this session? Why? What is the
So
purpose?
we are discussing ourselves, and our basic purpose is to how to communicate with customer or internal, external, or somebody else, whomsoever in front of you. That is, whether it is upward, downward, everywhere. That is basic purpose is how to communicate with others.
How
So
to
my
do an
advice,
effective communication,
yes.
right? Yes, Avik, you're right. To develop our business communication skill. Absolutely. The purpose of this session is to develop our communication or business development skill, right? I'll give you a small story about a person. I'm not challenging that you do not know the skill. I'm not saying you do not know how to improve it. I'm giving a small story about it. There's a person called Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, and there's a person called Mr. Darren O'Brien. The people have, I hope you know who is Mr. Darren O'Brien. He's a eminent quiz master. So when the KVC started, we all know KVC, Kan Banana Crorepati, in the year
Yes,
2000, introduced in the Indian television.
Yes, Siddharth Basu.
Siddharth Basu was the mentor for Mr. Bachchan. So Mr. Bachchan requested Mr. Basu one day, Mr. Basu, I want Derek to be here. Why, Mr. Bachchan, why you need Derek to be here? No, I need him. Please make an arrangement before I start the shooting. I need him here. So as requested by him, Mr. Basu organized the visit of Mr. Brian to the Bombay. So shooting started. Mr. Bachchan was giving shot, Mr. Derek O'Brien. And after one session, Mr. Bachchan comes to Mr. Brian and asks, "Hi Derek, I am Mr. Amitabh Bachchan. I heard a lot about you about being a quiz master. So was I asked question a perfect way, like a quiz master? Now, do you think the person has spent his life in front of the camera, in front of the silver screen, and such a superstar or mega star, whatever star you tell him, name him, needs correction in his approach, in his communication, in his presentations?
Yes, because Mr. Amitabh Bachchan has come for a different domain, and Mr. O'Brien is for the last few years. He is who is mastering. So
Yeah.
Amitabh Bachchan, being a person, he wanted to incorporate his best and to make the channel popular.
Absolutely. It's not about popularizing channel, Dev.
The
It's not
perfection,
channel.
perfection,
It's about
perfection,
yes,
perfection of the work.
you want to be.
Yeah, yeah.
See, if Mr. Bachchan, even without Mr. Brian, hold suggestion, went on shooting, I think hardly we could have noticed any changes.
Correct, correct, correct. The
Such a
perfection
legend.
of the work, perfection of the work.
So Mr. Bachchan was correcting himself, sharpening his skills.
Correct.
Mr. Bachchan was not, Brian was not teaching anything to him about presentation skills or communication skill. Right. So idea is very clear. This session is for not to teach you something. This session is for to make you understand how important it is and what is the way to do it and how to do it. Not taking any name, but still we write mails without proper salutations. Is it correct or incorrect?
Correct.
This is my observation. This is my observation. We write mails to our colleagues without proper salutation or respect. We do that. That's a very bad part of communication. That's a bad email etiquette, I must say. That become a tendency, and then we exercise sometimes with the external people also. So my request would be, whenever you get such an mail, such an email, written communications, writing certain things, give it a proper reading through the entire mail. Don't give a reply, give a response, even to the customers. And what is the difference between reply and response? Anyone?
Normally, suppose customer is communicating something odd or something not correct in the project work, is sort of thing. Normally, yes, Yes, sir, we have noted what I normally used to do. Yes, sir, we have noted your point. Good evening, sir. Yes, good afternoon, good morning, whatever it is. I have
Mhm.
noted your point, and the response is like my response is like this way. I normally used to do. Just a minute, sir. My
Yeah.
customer call is there.
Oh, just take a call. Just take this call.
Sir, good afternoon, sir. Sir, yes, sir. ठीक है सर very fine.
So that is the communication we're talking about. Verbal, non-verbal, internal, upward, downward. Now internal lateral means I am speaking to Arup now. It's an internal lateral communication, right? I am doing this workshop is an internal lateral communication, but it's a downward communication too. It can be upward communication too, but it's not an external communication. We are internal people are assembled here. Now let us see how it is picturized. Can you see the picture? Can you see the picture downward and upward communication? Hello? Hello?
No, sir.
You can't see that? Can right now? Can you?
No, sir.
You're not able to see the picture.
No, sir.
Just a second. What happened? Okay. Now, can you?
No, sir.
You're still not.
Uh, Now we can see.
Now you can see. Fantastic. So downward and upward communication example has been given. From one person to reaching to many others in the downward. And from many to one is upward. Understand? So when we do report writing, sending report to managers, it's upward communication. When receive any instruction, any plans, any project planning, any direction planning from my managers is a downward communication. Now just for your reading, anything that comes from subordinate to a manager or individual in the organizational hierarchy, I have shown you the hierarchy. Leaders need information to flow upwards to have a true pulse of the operations of the company. So suppose I receive certain information which PDG sir or Amit sir needs to know. It's my prerogative or my judgment that which information to be taken upwards for the immediate actions. Like you do at your sites also. You do at your home also. Like what is that? Systematic forms, report, surveys, templates, help employees to provide necessary and complete information. So this is internal upward. What is downward? So one or more subordinates. It can form a letter, memo, verbal directives, give instruction, encourage two-way discussion. Ki, Mr. Arup, meet me at 2 p.m. to have a discussion. Then announce decisions like you get an internal downward communication. Can you give an example? What is that? We get joining mailers, right? So that has been given, and we announce vision that we have hired this person for this project. Now, what is internal lateral? If you're talking to your peers, messaging, emailing among co-workers in the office, I'm speaking to you in the office, maybe at site, just picking up the phone, talking to you. This is internal lateral communication style type. Then the cost departments also. You going to working, you talk to finance guys, you talk to other guys in the system to get your job done. So I think You also must know that while we do internal communication, also there are certain respects needs to be maintained. While communicating, we must be very, very careful that we should not be impulsive on replying. If you are replying, whether it's external or internal, has to be a fact-based communication. If you're written, you're putting a written communication. Because we are interacting with our colleagues only. What we do, the moment we get a mail which is absolutely not very soothing for me as a person, I try to write a reply, which is absolutely wrong. Even if you write a reply, don't send it. Don't send it. Even if suppose one of your colleague has sent you a very, very nasty mail. Now you have read it and now you're prepared to give you a proper reply, befitting reply. Now don't send it on that day. You write the reply. Put all the agony in the mail. Write that. Don't send it. Put it in the draft. Next morning you come, read it once again. I am telling you, you only delete 50% of the lines by yourself only. The mood you had previous evening and mood you have in the today morning, it should not influence your communication. Your communication should have a concrete message that what you want to convey. That is the effective communication we talks about. That if I'm saying something, if you understand something, then it is a successful communication. Now you all can see me? Can you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Can you see me? Yes. Great. Now I'll make a small game with you all. Small game. You just need to unmute your mic first. All of you, unmute your mic. All of you, unmute. Ugoda, mic on করুন। Mic on করুন। On শুনতে পাচ্ছি না, মাইকটা মিউট আছে। Sorry for the language, sorry. Please अपना mic unmute कर लीजिए। Good. Very good. Very good, very good, very good. So I am doing something. See me? APS Composite, Shikha, Biplav is there, Rubda. I need to have your comments as well. Gautam, Mr. Mahendra Rai, Mr. Arif, Santosh Prasad. Just unmute, Sujit. All you unmute your mic, please. Mr. Bhomik, Mr. Subhajit Samanto, Punya, Mr. Vishwas, APMPL Chennai side, BRMP HPCL Vizag and Swam and Volta side. All of you please unmute and confirm me if you can see my action. What is this sign?
First time.
What is this sign? Plus.
Plus
What is this sign?
1, 2.
Is it a success? Have I spoken a word about it? I just say signal, right? When you're picking the communication.
Victory.
Victory.
Interpretation of the communication is also very important. Now, I say plus, somebody can say ambulance also. Fully wrong? If he says that?
No. So actually in industry, in production industry, if you cross your arms like this, it has a different meaning.
Yeah.
Stop the machine.
Even you see, we have seen in many of the movies that the army man signal his troops to go forward like this. right?
Right.
And in aircraft, you see, the airport, people at the ground crew
We can't hear you properly.
who is shouting behind you.
Mr. Dev is talking to somebody.
Mr.
Hello.
Dev, why don't you take a privilege to unmute him? Sujita, unmute yourself. Now, while it's good.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
it's loud and clear.
What is this
Loud
time?
and-
What is this time?
Correct. Good. We are all good.
Thumbs up. It's all okay. It's all good. All okay.
Good.
All okay.
All good, all okay, thumbs up, everything.
Agreed. Agreed.
Got it, got it.
Well done.
What? What happened?
We are unable to hear.
Yes, sorry?
Oh, so your hands are not fully visible.
My hands are not fully visible. Now, I'm giving you another situation.
Unless you speak, your picture is not coming.
No.
Can't understand properly.
You can't hear it, right?
Can't
You
hear.
can
and
hear,
can't understand
but you are
properly.
not visible, sir.
I'm
You
not
are
visible.
displaying, the presentation
you
is
speak,
displaying, but you are not
No,
visible.
no, you are visible. Yes.
No, it's visible. It's visible.
Okay. So, for all of you, I'm doing a certain activity. You need to make a response, right?
Maybe this one, that one.
This one, that one means?
Means you're moving your hand from this place to this place and marking something.
Here and there.
That here and there, or this one or that one.
I have not made any communication. There's no wrong in the audio, nothing wrong in the video, but I have not uttered a single word. I just want to make you understand that if the proper communication doesn't take place, we interpret it differently. We're interpreting that I was saying you something, I'm making some gestures, make you understand something, but which is actually not the case. The proper communication is required. So I was on a self-mute condition intentionally for just 10 seconds. And we become impatient. We all become impatient to know what you are saying. You try to understand while communicating if person in front of you is starting taking time to communicate, it doesn't mean he's a bad communicator. He is thinking about his communication and saying it. Somebody is fluent, somebody is not. Like me. For the business communication part, lateral communication is very important part because here we talk to our peers and colleagues. Now in Tuama and Walter side, I could see 3 of the gentlemen who attended this training, right? 3 of my colleagues. So in open communication, if I take 3 of your names for some wrong reasons, will you feel good?
Not hearing properly.
No.
Noising.
Yeah. I'm saying the person on my screen or from Walter I've taken your name from some wrong reason in open forum. You are not present, but you heard from somewhere. Will you feel good? There's a lot of background noise coming in. I'm requesting everyone to just put on mic. Who are not speaking, please put yourself on mute, please. Now, can you hear me properly? Fine. Let us, because these are the training. We need a lot of interactive session. It's not happening. So let me go through the presentation first. Internal lateral communication. So this is very important when we do communication. Now the major part. External communication. That any communication that leaves the office means your site office, my head office, the project office, that leaves from one office and reaching to another office is an external communication or external people. You deal with customer, prospects, vendors, and partners. You are dealing with also customer officials. So while we do that, we have to have a very proper etiquettes. Now, for you, this is the difference between upward and downward communication. Lower level to higher level, nature is non-directive, non-authoritative, directive and authoritative, provide feedback to get things done, then form, report, complaint, suggestion, order and instructions. Now, we talk about lot of feedback about effective communication. Effective communication. I'll show you a video if you can see what is effective and what is non-effective communication. You could see the video. This is a 1.5 minutes video. You have to go through it. Very nicely explained. I could find it after a bit research that what could be nice thing for you could understand easily. Just read it. Bear me for some time. YouTube will take its own sweet time to upload this video. But just let me know whether you are able to listen to it or not. Not started yet. Can you see the video?
No.
Can you see the video?
No, sir.
No. Just let on. Doesn't know enter screen. Share. Now. Go to presentations. Can you see it now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Started.
Sir, audio is not good.
I've got a full audio, but I'm not sure. I'll share the link as well. What he's saying, when we interpret wrong, we respond it differently.
So actually the audio is not at all audible.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem. I shared this video with you all. But can you see the pictures?
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
I hope you have seen the video nicely. It says that we must listen carefully before we communicate for an effective communication. What we tend to do before the person finishes his last word, we tend to speak. It happens with every one of us, including me. We try to give a reply rather a response. Now you have to, whenever you plan out some communication, even if you're speaking to someone, you have to do a practice as well. That what you want to communicate. You have to listen, then you have to adjust to your medium. Means if what is adjust to your medium? What do you understand by this? What do you understand by this? Adjust to your medium means?
I think it is how you will have to communicate, whether verbally or in writing. That is the more.
Okay. Any other people? Arup is communicating. Dev is communicating. I need different volunteers, please, all the time. Different people. Yes, go ahead. Because you want to say something?
No, just I'm hearing you're
Okay,
putting very nicely.
I'm putting you on mute, sir. I'm putting you on mute, sir. Background noise is coming. So, any other person, please. I think you should come out. You should come out. Please don't restrict your communication, please. We need your communication. Come on, guys. Pathojit, Kaushik, everyone.
Maybe what to do and how to do.
Adjust your medium, right?
Huh?
Okay.
So medium of communication is like the verbal communication or a written communication, or it is a visual communication. Those are mediums. So
Exactly.
Another medium is how communicated with English or Hindi. This is Bengali.
Right. I'll give you a case. How do you spell RAM, the computer RAM? How do you spell it? What is the spelling of RAM? Computer RAM.
RAM. We can speak RAM. We can speak RAM.
No, we can't speak RAM. We speak when it is RAM is written in front of the temple.
I'm telling you RAM. But when it comes under any person name, that it comes as a RAM.
Okay. So with situations, you get to change your communication as well. So with every situation, like if it is written in front of the temple, you will pronounce Ram,
Right.
not Ram. So when you go to Haryana to sell a tractor or talk about a tractor, if you start with the English, sir, I am from this and that company. I know it is a wonderful vehicle. This can give you a lot of benefits. What will be the responsibility?
They won't
What
understand.
response?
Local language.
They won't understand.
Exactly. So you have to understand what is the communication medium or method language the other communication recipient of the messages would like to see or listen from. Listen. Suppose I went to a bank a few years back. So before me, there's a boy was standing and asked. Because of that point of time, the passbook updation was done manually from the bank staff. He said, "Sir, I need to update my passbook in English. I need to update my passbook." So the bank guy is very humble. He said, "Sir, I'm saying in Bengali. I'll translate for in Hindi as well. कि मुझे दे दीजिए पासबुक. इसमें थोड़ा टाइम लगा मैं करके देता हूँ." Still the guy again said, "Sir, I am in hurry." So this is not effective communication because that guy, even he knows the Hindi language Hindi. I'm considering that guy knows because he's Indian guy, knows Hindi, he knows the local language, still preferring English, which the other recipient of the message wants to hear it from in Hindi. Again he repeated, "Sir, मैं थोड़ा सा करके इसका आपको देता हूँ." तो ये said, "No, I want it immediately." Sir, मैं busy हूँ, मैं थोड़ा सा करके देता हूँ. That means the transmission of the message didn't take place. तो आपने जो कम्युनिकेट किया वो कम्युनिकेशन नहीं हुआ. जो मैं बोल रहा था ट्रैक्टर वाला हरियाणा में मैं इंग्लिश जाके बोलूंगा तो मेरे को आके बोलेंगे क्या बोल रहे छोटे, समझ में नहीं आ रहे, क्या खरीदना है, अच्छा रख के जा बाद में बताते हैं. So therefore they speak a different language. Then there are a lot of people who work in Chennai. I do not see the people from Chennai as participating here. We found difficult to communicate even when they speak Tamil, you know. But do you feel any difference when you exchange currencies?
No.
When you sell product, my own countryman at Tamil Nadu also, or in Delhi or in Bengal, we use the same currency of 10 rupees and everybody understands the language. That is very effective communication. That I have 10 rupees, I need to buy something. He said 10 rupees more, maybe different languages, but meaning would be the same. So it's an effective communication by the seller and buyer both. That I'm giving 100 rupees note, he is giving a single word. I'm giving a list that this much of thing I want. This is a written communication to him. He interprets the message in a grocery shop. I'm talking about the normal grocery shop, like where we purchase most of the materials for our households. We give a list to the guy who is in the front desk. He understands the list. In the years, I have seen people used to maintain diaries, and then says, "Sir, give it to us. I'll ready this material by tomorrow. Come here and pick up." So they get the written communication, interpreted the list, what quantity in what packets, then he present the entire material with a amount fixed in it. You come here and pay the thing, bill, and lifted your material. So that is a perfect communication without speaking a single word. So that's a non-verbal communication, but an effective communication I was referring to. So whenever you talk to your customer, be careful about your postures and gestures. Suppose I'm just giving an example. In front of a customer, if I sit like this, will you give it a very good posture? Do you think that if I sit like this in front of a customer, is it a very good posture?
No, it's not a proper body language.
And I say, "Sir, how are you?" He will say, "I'm fine, thank you." But that's it. I will be able to establish any communication with him afterwards. So when we communicate with any external party, even with the colleagues, try to eye contact is very important. Suppose I'm giving this training to you and talking to this. Yeah, this is effective business communication means, this is done in that way. So I won't be able to connect with you.
Very true.
So I need to connect with you first. That is my communication. There are people who have done love relationships, right? I am sure many of us have done that. How we have established that communication? At the first time. By seeing only, na? Through with our eyes only.
Sometimes by written.
Sorry?
Sometimes by written.
First you have seen that girl, then only you have written the letter to her, na?
Correct.
Sir, it may vary, sir. If it is in Facebook, then it is different.
But Facebook, then you are seeing also, na? How I'm saying without seeing, how can you do it?
Okay.
But sometimes in Facebook, there's some KLPD cases also. You send a letter, then you found out that was a boy, not a girl. There's in my previous company, there's a colleague called Sunanda, right? So there's a annual event going on. The room has to be shared with everyone. I came in screaming. What have you done? What? And I have not done this list. What you have done with you are putting me in the same room with Sonia? I said, oh, he must have done the mistake. You are Shunanda in Bengali means a boy, but Sunanda is a girl. He is putting another girl to another girl in another room for a double sharing room. So there's a communication error. How I pronounce it. That's the situation. But there's a funny situation. That could have been turned into different situations as well. If Sunanda or Sonia, either of them would have interpreted differently. They have taken it lightly. They have interpreted it. They could understand the intent. The intent was not there.
Sir, do you mean to say that blind people do not fall in love and they do not communicate?
Which? Yes, they do.
Blind, who can't see.
The love is blind. Love in itself is blind, so blind people has to.
Sir, it's not a philosophy class, sir.
So they have a sixth sense. They have a sixth sense.
See, we all have 5 or 6 senses, right? We all often talk about we have 6 senses, we have got 5 senses. So senses are prevailing. So while communicating, use your sense.
Yes, that is.
Yeah, sorry, please carry on.
That is what is meant, that we need to choose the correct medium whenever required. And yeah.
And very important point, use another sense apart from 5 senses. That is common sense.
Yeah.
That is very important. There is nowhere it is written on the book what common sense says. You take the call as per the common sense. I request all of you, please try to communicate in less, but less is more always in effective communication. There are great people I know, I try to follow. They write 2 or 3 lines or 4 lines of mail to make their message understood, and that is enough. You have to stay organized. Suppose you're sending a mail to a customer for an effective communication, you have to stay organized means you have to save your files in your desktop or wherever you want to. You know, this is the line. This is the documents I need to attach with this mail. So you have to be very, very organized. You have to be very, very focused on communications, on business communication to make it very, very effective. Now, persuasive. Yes, you have to be persuasive, you have to pursue. And there has to be a clarity. There has to be a clarity in your message. If you have written 10 lines also, that should depict a statement or lines at the end of the message that, yes, this is what this person is supposed to say, is saying to me. Let me interpret that and write. The moment you lose clarity, you will get different response. Now I send you a text message. PMS done. Is it a clarity. Are you getting the clarity in the message? PM has done. Are you getting the clarity?
Yes, yes.
How? I am not putting the question mark. The moment I put question mark, I'm asking you whether you have done it or not. The moment I said PM has done, suppose you are in HR, I am attending a meeting with senior management, you will interpret the entire process has been complete now. But if you're at the side, you don't have any meaning to this statement. PM has done means what? My PM has done, company's PM has done, what? So this is not a clarity of the message has been missing with that sentence question mark. The moment I put the question mark in place or full stop in place, that has got a significance in the statement you are making to the people. While you are speaking, we all respect each other. Let us allow everyone to speak at a time. Let us not dilute or divert the topic that he wants to discuss. Let us not run away for difficult communications to your team members. If he is not doing well, so being a boss, being a manager, being a colleague, you have to take care of him. That is your priority. It is not a prerogative that being a manager, I've done a good rating. So that's a different communication. That's not effective communication. The moment I say you're not doing well and these are the points you must do well, then I think your performance would be in a different league. Then I'm doing the right thing being a manager. People get upset by the ratings after the end of the year. They always judge the quick success they have got in nearer recent times. No, I have done this, I have done that, I have done that. But you have not calculate the way you have done it. The amount of push you have been got from your manager to do the job. The amount of persuasion the people need to do. So we do not count that. And being a manager, if I don't say this to you, I'm not a good, effective communicator. Please write your self-reviews. It's not a PMS forum, but I'm saying it's a communication training. But that's also in communication where you are saying about yourself to the company that what you have. That is very important. Write your performance diaries, irrespective of somebody ask or not ask. That's a record of your performance, your satisfaction. And you have done this today, you will go do tomorrow, you will feel good by proper planning. Don't you feel good when you achieve something with proper communication? Suppose you communicate something to your, suppose I'm taking instances. A project manager asks his erection supervisor, do an erection, do an erection by this, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. And that direction takes place absolutely in that planned manner and successfully. That is an effective communication, I must say. It's not always written a vowel. It's the intent of the communication is very important. You guys are attending this workshop today. That shows the intent. That's the intent. So that's the intent of the message. You are here, you want to attend, you want to not learn, you want to exchange your views, and you are interested to improve communication. That's why you are here. So effective communication we have seen. Now what needs to be done? We want to be where there's a barrier of the effective business communication. There's an urgent message coming in from a plant. So I just take 2 minutes of yours, if you please excuse me. Please.
Please.
Urgent message is coming. Huh? I'm just. Joita, Dipshika, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Just make it bit interactive. There's an important call coming in. I'll just come and I cannot avoid this call. Please. Huh?
Yeah, sure.
Keep it on. Interact. Try to interact with the people. Understand how far they've understood what is they want to learn. Just understand.
You can tell us about the problems you are facing while communicating in your organization. Can we know about the problems? Can anybody volunteer? Is there any problems you face in communication?
Yes. Joita, sometimes lot of communications are coming without addressing whether by name or by sir or subordinate, if you are communicating with somebody, is his name or something like that. Sometimes this is one of the methods I have to yes. It is not communicating, it's a proper addressing.
Sorry, Amruta, you're not. Your voice is not coming clear. Please come again.
Address. It is sometimes the messages come like all are requested to do like this, but
Okay.
you are communicating with somebody specifically. Okay. Sometimes.
So you are talking about the communication in mails, or
yes.
Okay, the communication through mails. You are saying that there is no proper addressal, right?
Yes.
Yes. So a proper addressal, but when it is written to all, it has to write like this only, that dear all or hi all.
Yeah, it is okay. That is, if it is written all, then all can proceed is address to everyone. But sometimes it is not even say it is given to me. You only written. You are advised to do this. And communication made to me. You are advised to do right.
So what from your experience, what do you have understood, that this is only being done by seniors or as well as juniors?
No, even sometimes it is coming from juniors also, because see, everybody is it is a human tendency. Everybody is following his seniors' activity and the way of communication or everything, way of working like this, and it is quite natural. So suppose some junior fellow is doing like this, definitely he must have seen or he must have experienced such communication from somebody who is senior than him, or he is experiencing who is senior.
Yes. So we should practice what we preach. Let's start from ourselves only. In whatever mails we will write to whoever it is, to our seniors or to our juniors or to our peers or colleagues, we should have a proper addressal like hi sir, dear sir, respected sir, whatever it is, or dear Mr. Mukherjee, or whatever the surname is. We should proper address in the mail and write the mail to him. So it gives a clarity as well as respect to that position or to the person. Yeah.
Even I
so
have
we all will try to follow that.
Yes, even sometimes I have seen some communications coming from seniors, especially from age. Mark to several people, maybe so many RCS or subordinate sort of thing. You are advised to follow the training mail and or somebody the training mail is self-explanatory. You are advised to do the needful. In this type of communication, and it is marked to say 5 people. Either all 5 people need to do this, or any specific people need to do this, or anyone should do and communicate to others, this message is not clear as per my view. These are the problems. After listening all this session and after the introduction, whatever we have done so far, this much I can say.
Yeah. So we all agree to this, right? All of you, we all agree to this?
Nobody is responding.
Hello?
Yes,
Yes.
we
So
agree.
that was a very nice point taken up by Orubda. Is there any other point in problems
okay,
in
there are some
communication?
There are some mails from customers as well as vendors which are
Okay.
addressed to Aman as a whole. So
Okay.
care needs to be taken to inform them not to write to entire Tuaman regarding specific project
They
related.
mark mail to Tuaman HO, right? And
Yeah,
it goes to
so
all.
everybody is getting the same mail.
It goes to all. Yeah.
It's a disturbance actually sometimes.
Yeah. So this point has already been taken up. So it is in the database of the customers or the clients we are having right now. So we are creating a different mail ID for any kind of communication to them, and the database will be corrected very soon. Thank you for this point as well. Yeah. Anything else?
Well, I can add a few points.
Yeah, please go ahead.
So number one is anything that is unnecessary to be communicated should not be mentioned in a written communication or even verbal. Only we should stick to the subject instead of beyond the subject unnecessary things. So the meaning, I mean the objective should be to keep the communication as small, as brief and crisp as possible.
I guess this has two sides of it. Maybe the person who is communicating, he writes certain other things as well, which may be irrelevant to the receiver, but he or she might find it relevant to be communicated in this way to the receiver. So yes, the filtration of that communication is to be chosen wisely so that it does not hamper the the effectiveness of that communication, right?
Yeah, communication basics say that be as brief as possible, stick to the point, and make sure that after you write, you read it yourself and understand what sense it is prevailing to the reader. So the communication should be such that the message is sent in the right context, right meaning, and right sense. All 3 points. You may actually verify with the receiver also whether his understanding is correct or wrong.
Yes. Point taken.
This is again an example of my communication to you.
Yes, definitely. I am. Sorry?
These are few points that came to my mind that I could add.
Yeah. Thank you. Any more points anybody can add to these? No, I guess. Then we can shift into a different topic right now. What do you think that the role of emotions and feelings in a communication is?
Say sometimes or most of the time, emotion does not work while to communicate in writing.
Okay.
Emotion is purely yours. emotion is purely yours, but that emotion may not affect the person who is receiving, who is the receiving it.
I think Mr. Mukherjee is back.
No issues. You
Yes.
continue. You continue, please, please, please. So
We are talking about emotion in official communication.
No,
Yeah.
we are talking about role of emotions in communication.
yeah, that's a very, very important point. You know.
Yeah. Yes, Arugda, you were saying something. Please carry on.
Sorry, I say most of the cases, most in writing communication or written communication, emotion does not work. Or emotion, if you write something emotionally, may have an adverse effect because the person who is at the receiving end may not be in the same wavelength of your emotion, or maybe at exactly at the opposite wavelength of your emotion. So sometimes or most of the time, while doing any written communication, emotion does not work. But definitely, when you are communicating verbally and especially at the case of face-to-face communication, that time emotion, you can express your emotion by your statement, even sometimes by your body language, sort of things that may affect something, and that will have some effect, but not in writing. Is my observation or my feeling is.
Perfectly said. Written communication also have carry some emotions through the words. Verbal it is more of a direct, that whether I'm emotional person and when I'm speaking to you, I become very emotional and you can easily make out. While writing a verbal written communication, doing the written communication, you might can hide that. And we say we are human being. We run on hormones, we run on emotions. That's why we are different. We all have got two eyes, similar structure, two eyes, one nose, two ears, one mouth, but we still look differently, right? So the emotions has to be different. It cannot be.
Sir, in this subject, I should add something. Just now, while I received the call from my customer, he called about something, some matter which I have already communicated to him 2 days back. What is my problem? Why I am not able to perform or able to satisfy his demand at this juncture because of these blah blah circumstances, and this is a problem. I have communicated in writing, but even then he just called me and pressurizing me on the same
Hey,
subject.
Onko.
Yes, yes. Hello.
Yeah, please.
So now what happened this time? I was communicating with him over phone, and he expressed his same concern, even in a little bit aggressive way. I have just simply listened to the extent he said, and to the last word he said. Then I express my problem again in the same line, the statement what I made 2 days back, and with the feeling, I just asked, sir, tell me, this is the situation, how can I, if you can give me some way out, definitely I am ready to do this. Like this way, I have tried to express the problem somewhat emotionally, by mixing some emotion on this, and I got succeed. Now he understood my point, and he said, "Okay, let me see. I am also trying to get you some help. Just you also try to help me out." Yes, sir. Surely, I will definitely help you. I am ready to help you. This is the difference between written communication, emotion in written communication, and while you are communicating verbally or even directly. This makes the difference. That is my point.
Yes, true. So emotions are not a negative word. There's a positive words too.
Yes, yes.
So you have to use it properly. So we talked about barriers of communication. In that you can see emotional barriers are there, cultural barriers. In US, while you're taking interview, or in Europe, when you do interviews, you cannot ask age and his family details. That's a strictly no-no. That is a strictly no-no. You can't ask a candidate about his age and family details. That's a cultural barrier. So while speaking with him, if I ask these two, gone. Communication, he will just run away. He will not answer my question. Other cultural barrier within India. There's people who are not very fluent in Hindi. They want to speak their own language. We want to speak their own language. We want to listen our own language. And they say something, we understand something, and that create a bit of a communication gap. Sometimes this cultural barrier can create a lot of problem in the harmony. And how is business communication is meant? Maybe on his day of, your customer is culturally attached to something which is very, he understands, he believes in, and you are making a statement, or you're not understanding his culture, making a communication, really disconnect. So you have to be very careful while making these communications, that you are not touching the cultural subject. The language we already spoken to. The gender barriers. Now everyone, it's not possible for all of us. Most of us have studied in a Bengali or vernacular medium school, or in a boys school, or in a girls school separately. Somebody has studied in a co-ed school. So when you start your journey in professional career, you always be hesitant to talk to the opposite gender. Still, the way you can speak to me, you cannot do the same thing with Joyita, Srijita, Deepshika, maybe similar way. So gender barriers sometimes creates an effective communication as well. You want to say something very politely, very nicely, but you are not able to because of the hesitance in mind. Happens across your society. Forget about office. So these are the barriers in effective communication I could see. Interpersonal barriers, I will say it is introvert and extrovert. That can be gone over a time. The moment, the day your first day in office and today is in office is in hell and heaven difference. Interpersonally, you have grown up so well. Suppose one people have come to your mess or your project, a new joinee. Maybe he's very good speaker, but first few days he doesn't speak much. Maybe he's a great guy, great entertainer, but unless you give him groove, he will not come up. So that's an interpersonal barrier. The moment he open up, it's a wonderful thing he can make for you, can make you happy. He can make a lot of mimicries. This is the communication. That's why the induction is very important process in the organization. Through induction, you make a communication between a new joinee and the organization. That's why you all people are from site. So people at site have got a larger responsibility to induct any new joinee to your site with the proper induction. I'm not saying only showing the slide show of the company. Talk to him about the site culture, talk with him about the site practices, talk to him about the do's and don'ts, talk to him about the discipline and you follow. So it's an induction and a communication too. You're making a very strong bonding between the organization and employee. That's some communication. That's a part of an induction. So I expect all of you will definitely take the induction into new style of communication. What common is for them. Make the pride factor in. We all work for salaries, absolutely sure. We all work for pride. But salary is not everything. Salary is the thing. Maybe the 50%, 70% contributor in our professional career. If tomorrow I'll pay you 70,000 rupees, will you go and sweep the drains? Probably you will not. Probably you will not. Will you do that? If the customer asks you tomorrow, boss, Tuaman, I have given a project of structural, but no, Tuaman to do housekeeping. We will not do it, right? Maybe we get the 1/5 price, but we want all the double the price, because that's a pride. And we want to communicate this message to the entire our customers through our people, through our colleagues present at site. So your communication means you are communicating on behalf of the organization. When you are speaking to the client chief, you are actually a Pinaki Dattagupta for them. You are the organization for them. So have it in you. So communicate very specifically, selectively, and meaningfully, because you are representing an organization. Kunal Mukherjee, while being Kunal Mukherjee at his home or with his friends, can communicate anything. But Kunal Mukherjee represents Tuaman. He has to take care of the organizational values, ethics, the representation, the brand image, everything. And I am telling you, it's not a very difficult job, because inherently we have got respect, values within our system. We just need to practice it, just brush it. So whenever you go to a customer, you handle him differently. Now, as I said in the beginning of the meeting, listening. So by design, God has created listening is a more important tool. Can you give me an example? By design, God has made you understand that listening is more important than speaking.
Suppose somebody is communicating to you, just listen, but don't reply. So it will create some questions or hesitation in his mind, whether you have accepted it or you have rejected it, or whether you will accept or already you have rejected this type of question. So it will create some question or hesitation in his mind. So he cannot judge your acceptance or
No,
your,
I asked you a different question. By design, God has asked you to listen more and speak less. We have got 2 ears and 1 mouth, right? So it by design. Skill has to be, listening skill has to be more.
Yes, yes.
There are two ears and 1 mouth, right? Now, what we spoke about, the non-verbal communication, the body language, eye contact, hand gestures, and tone of your voice is very important. Now I tell you, Arudha, I need that. Arudha, I need that. I need that file by tomorrow. Arudha, can I have that file by tomorrow?
Definitely that makes difference. The approach, basic thing is approach. How you are approaching the person in front of you, the way you are approaching makes difference.
Souvik, don't go here and there. There is a risk. There's a risk involved. But what will do? Now I understand. Hi, Souvik. Can you make out? There's a lot of risk there. Don't go here and there. It might be in a bigger risk. So will Souvik listen to the first statement carefully or the second statement carefully?
Definitely say politeness is the major part of your communication.
Maybe with the time in the organization, we develop certain relationship where we demand this kind of thing. I remember I was in my previous organization, I was speaking to a union leader a day before yesterday also in certain language which I cannot speak here, but that's a relation I have developed with him, and he's a union leader and everybody is scared of him, but I speak to him like, I'll slap you there and here, just admit what you are doing, you are not doing the right thing, don't do that. Guru, Gadha, anything I could say to him. But the relationship I have developed with him. But the tone was important, as you said. I said all the nasty things in very nice tone. So tone is very important. Whenever you speak to your internal communication, external communication, please maintain a good tone, a positive tone about your message. That the intent of the message should be communicated across. I think it's a wonderful discussion we have. Definitely with tone, you got clarity and concession, friendliness, confidence. The subject knowledge, the knowledge or the subject you are dealing with, your expertise will give you a lot of confidence to deal with. So whenever you go to practice something or deal something, practice it before you go. Maybe at home, maybe in front of mirror. Maybe you want to go, today there's a day of presentation, you want to go and present to the client. Present it in front of the mirror and see how you're performing. And I'm telling you, after 4 rehearsals, you will feel very confident. And your communication will be very sharp. No ifs and buts, because you can only know then empathy. Be empathetic in your messages. I appreciate that the word we use. I appreciate your concern. I'm really thankful what you have done, but then you put across your message. Sir, you are saying these facts, what I'm acknowledging, but I have my observations here under. And then you write your statements. You are acknowledging that his points too, and you are putting across your points as well. So this is an effective communication. Like I said, some of us don't write names, only write lines. Need to do this, need to do that. No right. They are writing to me, writing to you, writing to anywhere. No salutation, dear, Mr. Nothing of mention of that sort. They must learn this skill. They must learn this skill. Open-mindedness. That's very, very important. When you speak, you have to be open-minded and give a respect, as I said in the beginning. So that's all, my dear colleagues. This is what I have to say. I'm sure there's some internet problem at some part of the state, so there are more participants could not coming in, but I'm happy because limited the numbers that I can address more.
Sir, I have some queries regarding the reply and response.
Yeah, please.
So as because I'm a little bit confused about it. So can you once more clear me regarding
Sure. Suppose there's a mail coming in. Now Mukulda knows about it. Mukulda will smile. A few minutes back of this meeting, I got from such a senior person, right? And that detailed mail was not appropriate mail. So I could respond. I could reply to him at that point of time only. But I'll give him a good response by tomorrow morning, because the moment I get this mail, my emotion quotient goes high. If it is not in favor of me, I feel angry. I lose my senses. Use the right word in the right forum, in a professional way, and effective communication. Maybe you can wait 10 times if you have to reply within that date. Reply means you're replying immediately. And response means you're taking a bit time, analyzing the situation, organizing yourself, and then sending a reply. That's the response. You give me an example. Forget about this organization. Any part you have received a mail which is not in favor of you. Give me an example, Kushandu. Please.
Reply means if our sir or someone is scolding us regarding my fault. So I feel little bit distressed or something on in that respect I can say something that sir, I can't do that or something. It may be there. So that's not the right way to speak or something. Then after I should spend some time on that, I should realize that, and we after that we communicate with the sir that where is the problem, means where I need to change myself, means I politely ask him to give some suggestions where I can change myself or something. Is something like that.
Absolutely. I'm saying there's a line. I always believe in that line, and very, very nicely. I'm a very nice person, but I'm not weak.
Okay.
I'm a very nice person, but I'm not weak.
Okay.
So I'll be very nice to you. I'll be giving proper response to you, even required sometimes replies to you, but that will not cross the professional etiquettes.
Okay.
If your boss calling you and said, Krishnendu, you have not done this, not done that, because they are under tremendous pressure, you can understand. But definitely that's not also an effective communication. So, you have not done this, you have not done this, you should have done this. First, you listen it out. You listen it out. The moment, the number of times you want to stop him, that agony or the communication disruption will make him more anger.
Right, sir.
Suppose that customer comes to you at your yard and talks about some failures, and he's in top of his mind. So if you don't let him finish first, hear him out, and I'm sure when he's in anger, he won't be able to give you a very organized message.
Yes.
There is a saying in Hindi, which I also believe, and I have also analyzed a couple of characters. कोई भी जंग गरम दिमाग से जीता नहीं जाता.
I'm fun.
We talk about Mr. Bachchan. Sorry, Mr. Vomik. Yes.
Oh, sorry.
No, you please. Nothing to be sorry. So, Mr. Bachchan, they are cool-headed. Even Mr. Adolf Hitler was one of the coolest.
Actually, sorry for that disturbance. This cyclone Amphan is coming, so that is what I pronounce.
Okay, not an issue. Yeah. That's another communication.
Yeah.
So Kaushik, Mahendra Singh Dhoni is another cool brain, right?
Yes, sir.
So we all praise him, Captain Cool. So he's not a cool guy at all. I know him quite well. He's not a cool guy at all. But he can remain his composure. Don't talk to, suppose there's a person who is below you, don't curse him in public. There are two golden words: praise him in public and curse in private. If he's not doing well, call him in a corner and say, boss, what you're doing now is not correct. I think you should. Very, very, very tough message, but given in a very nice way. But if you say this thing in front of 10 people, how would you feel?
Yeah, embarrassed.
Feel very bad. You feel terrible, right?
Yeah.
He might feel emotional as well. ये बॉस से तो सबके सामने मुझे बोल दिया. There's a driver. I kept a cab driver recently, and he said me a very nice thing when he started the relationship. He said, "Sir, कुछ भी हो जाएगा ना सर, आपको कुछ बोलना भी होगा, मैं कुछ गलती भी करता हूँ, तो सबके सामने मत बोलिएगा." मेरा प्रीवियस जो ओनर था उसने ही किया तो मुझे अच्छा नहीं लगा, मैंने छोड़ दिया. वेरी नाइस थिंग. को बोलने का मैं गलती करता हूँ, अब मेरे को बुला के बोलिएगा, आई विल एक्सेप्ट इट, बट सबके सामने मत बोलिए, क्योंकि यू अर्न रेस्पेक्ट, राइट?
Yes, sir.
Whether you are workman, whether you are supervisor, you work with a dignity. So in communication, the respect, the dignity, the appropriateness, the language, the open-mindedness, the courtesy, everything is very important. Everything is very important.
Yes.
I request all of the colleague of mine who are here and attending this program, your communication, you check yourself. It's not that after the session everything will work like a magic. No, possible, not possible. Read mails. Try to write mails within a frame. Within a frame means in the laptop is a frame, right? If you write a long mails, if I have to scroll down, I lose interest in reading that mail. So that knows the reading through the frame. So the big good leaders write small mails. Yes. From the situation, from the project work, where you have to give justification to the client, you have to write long mails. There's no way out. There has to be. But that has to be very precise communication. Give salutation, even you are writing to your junior, dear Mr. That gives a good feeling. And even when you are approaching a client, if you do not know him personally, do not write his first name. Suppose my name is Kunal Mukherjee. If you write dear Kunal, if I am being a very senior person in the client, I'll feel offended. Say dear Mr. Mukherjee. But internally you can do that, of course. I would rather happy if people call me Kunal. That is my name. Because you know me, you want to get in touch with me, you want to be in touch with me, so you are basically calling me by first name. That shows the closeness we have. So I appreciate Kunal is in my name because somebody called sir, but I am not knighted yet by the British government, so don't call me sir. So that's how I want to end this session. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Even if you have any queries, any suggestion, any recommendation, any sort of challenges you want to at one-to-one, please get in touch with. I'll be happy to address that at any point of time. But all of you have to improve your business communication. Write a report, required or not required, that is secondary. That will improve upon your report writing skills as well as communication. With that note, I will try to conclude. And please request, submit the feedback form, and please let us know where we can improve, where you need more and more training regarding this training, what is which could have been done more well. Sound is a problem with the Google Meet, that the original sound we could not display. Yeah, I'll share the link of that particular presentation. You can download the link and see that video again of the effective communication. Go to the YouTube, there's a lot of material available that you can see and take the training for communications and all. So communication is a very vast subject, but very powerful subject. Thank you. Thank you, all of you. Take care. Stay safe.
Thank you,
Stay in
Kunal.
good condition.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Sujita, Joyita, to stay back, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sujita, to stay back.
Okay.
I think Tuaman, City Temple, Chennai, I think we have done. So you can close. Thank you.
Santosh. Santosh.
Santosh, we are done.
Santosh.
Mic off.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. So, Srita, you have recorded this session, right? Where is Deepshika? Deepshika has not attended?
Oh, Deepshika recorded the session. ও রেকর্ডটা চালিয়ে দিয়ে দেখলাম ও তো তারপরে আর ছিল না।
Deepshika, Srita, তুই রেকর্ড করলি না?
It's still
আমার এখানে
recording.
রেকর্ড দেখাচ্ছে, it's still getting recorded.
It's still getting recorded.
তুমি তো ভৌমিক।
Is the meeting over? There was a phone call.
Yeah, yes, sir. Meeting is over. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much.
Sir, it is getting still recorded. Deepshika has
Let's
the.
disconnect.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.